Hello everyone. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, depending on your area. We, the Growth Beacon, we are um, we are here today to for question and answering, but concerning aging well, which we just finished recently. After the event, many people were interested in knowing more about aging well, and we, the group, decided to do this question time for people who would like to know about aging well. So today we are going to start with session as number 1, physical exercise for longevity and vitality. And we have somebody who is more learned in that area concerning exercise and the types of exercise and how it will help people that are aging. That person is the executive director of Health Mastering World, and she is learned though in the training nursing, and with her you will learn more about exercises that is good for aging. I would like to introduce her. She is humble, and oh, look at her, she is already here. By Esther Mboma Okoye.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much for having me. I'm excited to be here today. Thank you, Mrs. Vivian Okoye. And as you all might know, this is my amazing mother, and I'm so privileged to be on this platform with you all, and I hope we get to learn together. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Then we're going to start from number 1, question number 1, which is warm-up introduction to the exercises for the aging, for people that are aging. So the question is, why is it important for older adults to engage in regular physical exercise?
Wonderful. Thank you for that question. I'm going to answer by, okay, so why is it important? Exercising helps us with our mobility. It helps to enhance independence. Exercise is good for everybody, whether old, young, everybody needs exercising. So as you get older, it's important that you even exercise because it helps you to be more independent and be more mobile. It also helps you to reduce the risk of different chronic diseases, such as diabetes, heart diseases, arthritis, different things. It helps you to avert those types of diseases. Heart diseases, meaning that helping you to reduce heart disease, meaning that you get more blood flow in your veins, more blood flow in your arteries. Your heart begins to pump blood even more. As you exercise, your heart begins to pump blood even more, which means that it helps to reduce the risk of embolism, the risk of blood clots in the heart, the risk of muscle relapse in the heart. Diabetes, it helps you to utilize the glucose in your blood, right? So the more you exercise, the more your body is able to burn up the glucose. So it helps you to reduce the risk of diabetes. It also helps you to reduce arthritis or issues with your bone, because as you lift weights, as you do exercises, your bones become more dense and they become more stronger. They also help you to use those muscles, those joints even much better, because exercising, you know, somebody said, how did they say it?
If
If
you
you
can
don't
make your voice
use,
louder, please.
can you not hear me? Increase the volume of, I'm trying to increase the volume of your computer. If you increase your volume, if you can't hear me, but I'm hoping you can, because I'm as audible as I can be. Okay, so please, yes,
Thank you.
if you,
Go on.
yeah, if you
Yeah.
don't use those muscles, they rust. If you don't use your muscles, if you don't use those joints, they rust. Okay, so people who say, I think Edward Stanley once said, those who think they have not time for bodily exercises will sooner or later have time for illness. And it's sad because some people do not exercise until things happen. And we'll get to that later. They lack the motivation to exercise until something start happening in their life. And then all of a sudden, motivation comes from nowhere. So we want to avoid that. So the earlier, the better. The
Awesome.
earlier you can exercise, the better. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you so much, Esther. It is wonderful. Yeah, everyone has heard it about exercise, that exercise is very, very important for everyone. It's not the only aging people. It is important if you started from as early as 20, 30, 40, then go on. And this will help you to avoid sicknesses that might nail you on your bed. So it is important all of us start exercising. Now we are going to question number 2, age appropriate exercises, or says, it says, what flexibility exercises can help improve mobility and prevent injuries in older adults? What flexible exercises about
Okay,
mobility? Yeah, please.
I'm going to answer that very briefly. So with exercise, exercising that is, that would help increase flexibility and help improve mobility and prevent injuries in older adults. Exercises such as gentle stretching, stretching, aerobics, dancing, some people do yoga. Okay, some people do yoga, some people do different sorts of exercises, but mostly the things that are helpful for your mobility is gently stretching those muscles. Yes, so you go in, you go out, you go in, you go out. You could roll your shoulders gently, allowing some blood flow in those muscles. You could also roll your legs. So even as you watch me, you could begin to do things like roll your shoulder forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can go backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you could push your hands in, hold it in like I do. Okay, one hand, this hand over your shoulder, and then this one over like this, and you breathe. You're not getting it right. Okay, so I need you to get this hand over that way and this hand over this way, over like this. Can you see my hands? I don't know if you can see it. But anyway, yes, this is you hold it and it's almost like you're giving yourself a tiny hug. Okay, but you're also pushing this your whatever, your elbow in, and you're supporting it with the other arm. Okay, and you push it in and you give yourself a deep breath. You breathe into those muscles. So things like this, you could also do this with your knees. When you stand up, you can fold it and push it in. Okay, and breathing deeply through those muscles. You breathing into those muscles. Those are things that you call flexibility exercises. You can also find equipment for flexibility exercises in the gym. There are stretches on YouTube. So things like this help you to avoid injuries. You can walk according to your own strength. Okay. So those and also what I found what I found with flexibility exercises, they help you to open up your mind, they help you to open up your heart. The more you exercise and do things that are helping you to become more flexible, helping your body to be more open, I believe also helps you to become more open-minded and become more welcoming, in nature. So yeah, flexibility exercises work according to your strength, and do whatever it is that works for you. But you can check this out on YouTube and things like that. So yeah, that is what I can say. Make sure you're not doing something that is too much or something that is too out of your comfort zone, because as you get older, people have different diseases and people face different conditions. So it's important that you work with something that is in line with your strength. Thank you very much.
Oh, whoa. Wow, we are learning. We all are learning. At least I have learned how to do some exercise. Even now, I just did my own, hold myself, breathe in, and my lungs took in enough oxygen, expanding my chest, allowing my system to go free of anything that is holding it. From doing this, you breathe in enough oxygen that will help your blood to circulate more easily.
Absolutely.
When enough oxygen is in your blood, your systems are breathing. As you are breathing in, your systems are breathing in, and you are getting more health.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Esther. You are really doing great. Can we go to number question? The next question. Tailoring exercises to individual needs. How can we adapt exercises to accommodate different fitness levels, to avoid physical limitations?
Okay. So thank you for that question. I would
Welcome.
So one great philosopher, or whoever it is, I think he is very clever. His name is Arthur Ashe. He said, start where you are, use what you have, okay, and do what you can. So where are you? I think in the word of God, God said to Moses, what do you have in your hands, right? Start where you are. Okay, use what you can and use what you have and do what you can. So how can you adapt exercises to accommodate different fitness level and physical limitations? So as you get older, like I said, you get different health conditions. People are, as you're aging, sometimes people get especially if you haven't been exercising, or you've been living a sedentary lifestyle, different conditions might come up for you. So if you are, for example, you have arthritis, you can start by doing things that helps to support those bones that you feel that are rusting, or that are almost, those painful joints. You can start from sitting, stand. If you are struggling to sit normally, you can start from sitting, doing sitting exercise. You sit on a chair and then you stand. You sit, you stand. You sit, you stand. You can also start by taking in your knees and taking them out. Pull it in, pull it out, pull it to the left, pull it to the right. Things like that. Okay, start from where you are. If you are somebody who is already a fitness person, you are exercising properly, you can start by using weight, start lifting weights gently, okay, to prevent injuries. Do not lift more than you can afford to. So lift weights, because as you are lifting weight, you're increasing your muscle density, your bone density. So, lift weights, start from 10, 20, 15, 20, and carry on to as much as you can carry. Okay, incorporate activities that help you, like things like cardio, different sorts of activities. You can do a run in the treadmill, you can do walking, you can do stairmasters in the gym, whatever it is that work for you. You can go hiking, walking up the hill and coming down, up the hill and coming down. These things help you to expand your you know, your fitness level. But start where you can. And I would say it again, start where you are, use what you have, and do what you can. Okay? Thank you very much.
Wow, thank you so much, Esther. Thank you. Have said it all, because I use myself as an example. Sometimes when I was busy going to work, coming back, I couldn't do much. So what I do is, when I'm free, I will go from my room to my parlor, from my parlor to my kitchen, from my kitchen to the front door, from the front door. Sometimes I can walk to the park, back to my house. All these things, after doing it, I feel that my body is different.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you so much, darling, for giving us these tips that will help us to age well. As we are going down the hill, we will not fall. Okay?
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
you're welcome.
All right. The next one is staying motivated. The question is, what strategies can help older adults motivated and committed to their exercise routine?
Oh, thank you very much. So,
Yeah.
how would you stay committed? Um, Dale Carnegie said that people rarely succeed at anything if it is not fun. You rarely succeed. You can check your life history. If you're not motivated, if you're not determined, you rarely succeed at anything if you don't make it fun. So you must have fun with it. Okay, you must make it fun. You must have something that you are looking forward to. Okay, some people when some people when they have their babies and they get through. I was speaking to one of my colleague at work the other day, and she was like, she was beautiful, slim and nice before she had a baby, and even after she had a baby she was still looking nice. But years down the line she felt like she was gathering weight even without realizing it. And then she looked at her previous pictures and she was like, damn, I was looking this hot before. I can go back there. And she really took a drastic action towards going back to where she is. And now she's looking absolutely beautiful. And this probably was triggered by other life's event. I have no idea. But, you know, staying motivated, you must first make it fun. You must also you must also try and incorporate things that works for you. You can't say, oh, I'm going to exercise 1 hour a day, and that's might be a little bit too much. Start with things that are small and continue to increase it. You can also download apps. There are health apps on the phone, and you can set a target on those health apps, like walking targets, where you say, I will take 10,000 steps a day, 5,000 steps a day. And what this does is, when you achieve that goal of 10,000, 5,000 steps a day, it comes and say to you on your notification, congratulations, you have achieved your goal. And it releases this feel good hormones in your brain, telling you, wow, look what you've done. I did this. I set a goal that I'm going to achieve 5,000 steps, 8,000 steps, 10,000, and I did it. It makes you proud. Tomorrow you want to achieve it. And when you go onto that app, it ticks how many days that you've done, how many days you've achieved all these things, and it makes you feel good. So have apps like that. Start a journal or set up a calendar in your house where you give yourself 30 days challenge. I'm going to be looking hotter than I was when I start this challenge. Also, with me and with my company, we also arrange challenges like this where we say 30 days health fitness challenge. So in that challenge, you every day you tick the days that you've done things. 10 minutes a day, I'm going to run, I'm going to walk, fast walk. And you did it and you go on your calendar, tick. And then the next day you do it, tick. And by the end of the 30 days, you're like, wow, I only missed one day. Oh, I never missed a day. Or I probably missed 5 days. Well, you start up next time. Okay. So things like this also makes you find a buddy. Somebody that wants to go where you're going. Find somebody that does it and do it with them. So there are things that you could incorporate that make it more fun, but you have to, that will help you stay motivated, but you have to make it fun. And also, discomfort is the price you pay for discipline, for the person you want to be. You have to be, you don't have to, you have to be made uncomfortable. And sadly, people don't get to pay that price of discomfort until they're probably diagnosed with some certain illness. And then something clicks in the brain. Damn, I need to change something about my health. Now they start eating right. Now they start exercising. But some people don't get this diagnosis until it's too late. And then they can't do anything much about it. So you don't want to put yourself in that condition. You want to start small and build up. Thank you very much.
Wow. Thank you again, once again, for leading us into knowing the strategies that can help us age well, the strategies that can help us being motivated. Yes, when you are doing it, like she mentioned of, like, you can call your colleague who is doing like the same thing, and when you do it together, it is more fun. Then you schedule out, you check out the areas where you live, like a group of people that wants to do the same thing that you want to do, and you come together, you make it fun. There is the one I saw in television that I forgot the name, who organized something like this, and he started alone with a wife. The next day, another neighbor joined them. The next 2 days, another group neighbor who saw them joined them. They made it fun. Before you know it, they're up to 500 in number. So this is it. It is very wonderful. It is very great in what we do to help people to gain health, even as they're aging. Thank you very much. We're gonna go to the next question, which asks resources and the support. Are there any community resources or programs available to support older adults in staying active? Please help us if there is any. Give us idea how we can find them and where to find them.
How can I say this? There, of course, there would be. You know, your GP would also have things that would, there's always campaign promoting healthy living.
Yep.
Public health campaigns for health and wellness. If you go into your GP, there are so many resources standing there about fitness. You know, NHS is also doing that. There are Facebook groups for aging well, for especially even with Great Beacon talking about aging well. You could pop in those groups and ask questions. Like I said, I also run programs every now and again. You can follow us on Fitness Challenge on Facebook. Whenever our challenge comes up, you can be a part of it. I'm actually looking on running a fitness challenge for the month of May. So if you want to be a part of it, you can also be a part of it. Okay, there are different, you could be in your church, but you just need to actually look, especially when it comes to the GP. They definitely do have one. And NHS, you can check on Facebook and different things like that. You know, those are some support systems. And also, like I said, downloading the apps on your phone, health apps, health or fitness apps, those ones, maybe you could pay. Some of them are free, especially the ones that come with the phone. You know, you just hop on there and then you see the things that you need to do, and they take it off for you when you've done it, or when you're going to do it, you click play and then it tracks your walk and it tells you you've done 5 kilometers, 3 kilometers, blah blah blah, and it ticks up for you. So these are some of the things that you can engage yourself in.
Yes. Thank you once again. Yeah, they're like, as she is mentioning, these community resources is very important for aging people, because recently I held a presentation for people aging above 70 years and above, who the importance of community centers. Even if you don't have anyone off head, you can just walk into your library, you will see adverts
Mm.
because many community adverts are there. You can ask questions. People can direct you. I could remember one woman who met me one day was asking me, do I want to join dancing group in their community?
Mm.
Unfortunately, I don't live closer to that for a community. I have to come home and research my community centers and ask questions there. There are a lot of people, like people who drive bicycles. If they
Mm.
do that thing around you, you can join them if you are able to still drive. So this is the opportunities you have to be able to get people who can join you, or who you can join to make your life better. So
And
these are
also,
the, yeah,
yeah, and also there are local charities like
yeah,
marathons, things like that. Things, if you want to be a part of it, it could be like 10-kilometer walk or
yeah,
five
exactly.
kilometer. Yeah, you can be a part of it as well. Yeah.
Yeah, charities that they do something like that, to like this growth beacon. You can ask us question at any time. You can call us, ask questions. You can go to our organization email or website. You
Mm-hmm.
type what you want, ask any question. We can as well help you. We'll be very happy to help you. This is what we do because we want you to live well, to live joyfully, and the age graciously. So
Absolutely.
thank you so much, Esther. Can we go to is it finished? Is our question still on?
So yeah, I think that this is the next question.
Okay. Finally, the final thoughts and question and answer. What are some common misconceptions about exercise and aging that we should be aware of?
So awesome. One of them is some of the myth that people say, I'm too old to start exercising. Some people are like, I'm too old to be doing that thing you're doing. I don't have time for it. You know, some of those misconceptions. So one of these, I'm too old. And what I would have to say to somebody who is thinking he or she is too old to start exercising, it's never too late to start. Okay. Never too late to start. Even if you start at your 70, 80s, it's never too late to start. There are proven benefits of exercising at whatever age. It's almost like breathing because exercising helps you with your blood flow. Okay, it helps to release toxins, it helps to improve your mood. Even if you're exercising with your grandchildren, dancing, playing with the mud outside the garden is beautiful. It helps you to be even more happier and less grumpy. It helps you to forget about where you are, whether you're too old or you're too young. You know, you feel alive, it makes you come alive. So there's nothing like I'm too old to start, okay? So if someone says I'm too old to start, that's bullshit. Okay, bullshit, not true. Okay. And then someone says exercise is some people might say exercise is dangerous for older people or it's too dangerous. They might break a bone, they might do something like that. No. If you do, like I said, like those stretches, or uh, or you follow a guided routine, you can start with your physio, or you can watch exercise for older people on YouTube. Everything is now online. Exercise for older people, type it on the search button, it comes up. You see some old guy or some young guy showing you how to move your body properly. Okay, so you can get tips on how to do that. So when they say exercise is dangerous for older adults, that's a lie. Because another person who, I think it was George Bernard Shaw said, you don't get older because you don't stop exercising because you grow older. You get older because you stop exercising. So people age because they stop exercising. You can see a young person with stick because they're not moving. They just believe in eating or just relaxing. A sedentary lifestyle makes you old. Okay, but when you move, you become much more younger. So thank you very much for that question.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for the description you have given us.
Do
Yeah.
you?
Is it
What?
finished?
So this will be the last question then.
Do you
Or
have any final tips or advice for older adults who wants to start or maintain an exercise routine for longevity and the vitality? Do you have
uh,
any special advice you have to give them?
okay, so any special advice, start small, make it fun, listen to your body, be consistent, okay? Make movement is a medicine for creating change in a person's physical and emotional life. So, you know, just move, do things that you enjoy, just move, and you would love yourself for it. So start small, be consistent, and enjoy everything that you're doing for your body, because your body will thank you for it. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. Thank you once more. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So now we have had everything Esther has said about about exercises and how important it is. We, the Growth Beacon people, want you to have longer life. Therefore, we encourage you to exercise. And as you exercising, you even grow, you even age with, what will I say? You age gracefully, you enjoy yourself, you age marvelously, and as you are aging, you age joyfully. All these things stretches our life span and it helps us to love ourselves. So join us in Growth Beacon. If you like what we are doing, subscribe with us and you will get more from us. Thank you so much, Esther. Thank you for being here. Bye. Bye
Thank you,
bye.
everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.